Our parents are often telling us about the unexpected benefits that their children are experiencing as a result of working with us at Cluey. And that goes from understanding the process, the way that they need to learn, to that sense of self-efficacy or confidence that they're able to meet challenges. So we put a great deal of emphasis at Cluey on the process. We have an interactive whiteboard which is fully transparent, so the student sees what the tutor sees and vice versa, so that the tutor can model the process of tackling every question. So whether it's writing an essay, whether it's doing a particular piece of algebra, chemical equations, balancing, all those sorts of things, the student understands how to tackle the problem and then is focused on always being able to replicate that process. That means that it's not accidentally getting things right. It's really about being able to learn a process and apply that process in a different context. And that gives children confidence. It makes them feel that they themselves have the power to learn, that they're not dependent on their tutor, that they are always able to take what they've learnt with us and apply it in a different context. We hear from our parents that they have chosen tutoring for their child for a number of reasons. They may feel that they were last year more enthusiastic about learning than they are this year, and they want that to be addressed. They may have a very specific goal in mind in terms of their ATAR results, but often it's because they feel that the child has lost their way, isn't fully engaged, and possibly needs to be challenged more than they're being challenged in the classroom. In every case, what parents are, I think, demonstrating is that they feel that they can't provide the support that their child needs. Students may come to us because they need to be caught up, because they've missed some school or they're missing some fundamental skills or concepts. They may just want to keep up in class and may feel that they need a bit of added support in order to do that. Or they may really want to be challenged. They may be very ambitious, they may want to excel. In every case, we can provide the support that they need. The way that we work at Cluey is that we gauge where the student is at the beginning of their program. We meet them where they are. And from there, we can see often that there are gaps in understanding, and we can go backwards in the curriculum. We can go to an earlier or more simple concept and build up the understanding from there, so that when they go into class, they understand what's going on and they're no longer sitting there worrying that they don't understand.
I've been doing Cluey for 2 years now. Looking back, it's definitely improved my marks and helped me catch up to the rest of the year. I'm probably in a better place learning than I was before. I've definitely got better marks and understand more content, and learning new things is probably easier for me now.
I've been doing Cluey for 2 years, and looking back, when now I go into class, I know what I've learned and I can use it, and I'm ahead of everybody, so I find the tasks easier.
The way that my friends would describe my parenting approach would be that I'm a very caring, compassionate parent. I definitely don't push my children to do things that they don't want to do. I'm very supportive, so that's why I've actually chosen Cluey Learning, as I found my son in particular needed tutoring and he was struggling at school. I believe tutoring, it depends on the parent. If it's what your child is needing, perhaps your child just needs a little bit of personal one-on-one help to help them bring them up to the same level of the class. I think tutoring is a personal opinion. Some parents like their children to exceed, so obviously the tutoring will help lift their marks to do very well in exams, whereas other children may just not need Cluey or tutoring because they're naturally coming home and doing their homework and they're just naturally gifted that they don't need help. So I think tutoring is a personal opinion.
I do have some friends who have their kids who are being tutored, but I think some of them are on different levels. There's some who are being tutored because they are struggling and need to come up to standard. And I think it depends what you're tutoring for. So I think there is a lot of tutoring just to get the results, and I think we live in a society where if your child isn't being tutored, they're actually unfortunately at a disadvantage, because even if they do their best and make their, try their hardest, they don't have the upper edge of a personal tutor telling them what to do. And I think that's where, unfortunately, if you don't tutor, you fall behind.
I started tutoring because there were a lot of things in school that I was going over and that I thought I knew, but then when I went over it, it turns out I didn't. And I had trouble pinpointing what I didn't know, so Cluey has really helped me with that. And I've noticed that a lot of the questions that are asked, they are gone through, but it's not specialised to the one student. That's how a classroom setting inevitably works, because the way that they teach things, they don't take in all the class. They usually go through the easy pathways or the ones that are mandated by the state or the textbook or things like that.